How to play in front of the elevators, a game of strategic queue jumping. To win, score the most points, making sure cards of your family end up in front of the elevator doors. To set up, sort the elevator cards by colour, turn them to the appropriate side for the number of players and stack them in a column with the 1 on top, 2 in the centre and 3 on the bottom. Give each player a coloured family reference card. In a 2-player game, take 2 each. In a 2 or 4-player game, you'll use all 5 families and every card. In a 3-player game, remove 1 colour entirely, then choose 1 card at random from the colour that doesn't belong to anyone and return it to the box. Shuffle the remaining person cards and deal each player 2 cards of their family colour. In a 2-player game, make sure it's 1 of each. If both cards you drew are lost children, return 1 to the deck and draw a new card. Finally, place 1 person card from the deck face up to the right of each elevator. If 1 is the lost child, return it to the deck and replace it with another one. Split the rest into 3 piles and place them face down to the left of each. The person who most smoothly got onto an elevator recently begins. On your turn, choose a card from your hand and add it to any elevator queue, placing it to the right of the line. Each person has a cut-in ability marked on your family card. Girls cut in front of boys, boys in front of mothers, mothers in front of fathers, fathers in front of grandmas, grandmas in front of grandpas, and grandpas in front of girls. For example, if I placed a boy and a mother was in the queue, he would cut in front of her, being placed on her left-hand side. When cutting in, a card's colour doesn't matter, just its type. If there are multiple family members to cut in front of, choose the one closest to the elevator door. For example, if I placed this father, he would cut in front of the grandma furthest to the left. If you place a lost child, choose a card of the same colour from the line, if there is one, and move it back to the right of the child. Lost children can't cut in, only drag cards back. If placing a card makes it so there are 3 of the same type of person in the queue, the player that placed it removes them all from the line and places them in front of them. If you place 3 lost children, apply the lost child ability first, then remove all 3. Finally, after placing a card, draw a new one from one of the face-down piles. If one pile runs dry, use a different one. Keep placing cards, skipping queues, making sets and drawing new ones until all 3 piles are empty. Each player places 1 more card, then scoring begins. Each elevator has a capacity marked on the bottom and a bonus multiplier on the top. For example, this elevator can hold 3 people. The person closest to the door gets in first and scores 3 points. The second person in the queue also scores 3. And the third person in the queue scores 5 points, as they can get on last and can exit first. If any of the passengers are girls or boys, they score double points. Lost children may board the elevator, but always score 0. For example, in this elevator, green scores 2 points as their boy enters first. Blue scores 6 for being next, and green scores 10 more for being third, as their mother gets double points. Finally, players score 1 point per set of 3 family members in front of them, and 2 points for each set of lost children. After totalling scores, return the top elevator from each row to the box and reshuffle all the person cards. Draw a new hand and reset the board. The player who scored the most points in the previous round starts the next one. Whoever has the most points after 3 rounds wins! If it's a tie, share the victory. That's In Front of the Elevators, a game of competitive queuing. Enjoy!